Kari Samson is an advocate for healthy living holistically, so not through means of medication. She joins us in the kitchen today for some tips for healthy living. Thank you so much for being here, Kari.
Thank you for having me.
Of course. So first, what should we get into first? What do you want?
Well, what we're here talking about is a lifestyle choice that we can all make, and that is for what we call living prevention. And really, it's the choice that we all face, which is a book that I'm writing, and it's called Living Prevention, Not Prescription. So the book's not finished yet, but I am drafting it right now. And really, it just talks about the choice that we all face.
Mm-hmm.
We all have lifestyles, and our lifestyle basically is going to determine our health outcome. So what I wanted to show today is really this vast contrast.
Yeah.
This kitchen over here is what I call the living prescription kitchen. And this one over here is what I call the living prevention kitchen. So what's the difference? Well, so we see here things like processed food. Now, if you look at the ingredients label, you really see it's not even food.
Mm-hmm.
So that's a real problem for our cells. It really creates cellular chaos. But then we have other things like styrofoam, plastic, bottled water. I want to point out even a microwave oven.
Wow.
All of these things really create a toxin load. And then one of the biggest offenders in this whole long list of offenders is Teflon. And we can see even by this pan that it's chipped.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of assimilating that a person would be doing if they were eating out of a pan like that. So these are the kinds of things that we really encourage people to start making healthy swaps. And that's what this kitchen displays. So in this kitchen, kitchen, we see natural things like a wood cutting board instead of a plastic. We see stainless steel instead of Teflon. We see whole food, which is in replacement to things that are food-like products. And really, this is the path to optimum wellness. So, sometimes people think it costs a lot to eat healthy, but honestly, I went and purchased all of this yesterday, and it was almost the same dollar for dollar swap.
Really?
Yes. So it really is the best investment that we can make in ourselves is when we choose to live with consciousness, with a mindset of every day I am making the decisions to feed my cells.
Definitely.
Right?
And where did you get the inspiration to even start this journey?
Well, thank you for asking, because that's really the big life change that happened. I was 25 years old in 1988, and I had 3 small children. And I was diagnosed terminal with liver cancer. That is a day no one really prepares for, especially when you're young. But what it really did is it gave me an opportunity to pray for direction, because really my direction from the doctor was to go make funeral arrangements.
Wow.
And so praying gave me the presence of mind to disobey doctor's orders and to start searching for maybe an alternative. That took me down the path of a holistic practitioner. And she really started educating me on all of these consequential decisions that I'd been making.
I would never have
thoughtlessly.
thought. I would never have thought, like that is definitely toxic, all the plastic and everything.
Yeah, right.
It's just as bad as the processed foods.
All of it. Yeah, I had no idea either, right? And so I had to get educated, and then I had to start applying what I was learning, because that's really kind of the rub that so many people have, right? Is they're like, oh, I don't want to change. But if you can just embrace the fact that our choices are so powerful, they're
Mhm.
like a superpower to us. And so what I did then was had no idea where it was going, but I thought I at least have to give my children this legacy to know that I didn't give up. I didn't realize within months I was going to be in remission. And so it just changed my life, right? And that's why I'm here today talking about this, sharing the success story. But what also happened was there were some real key takeaways that I got from what we call the healthcare system. And what it really taught me was things that are really toxic are insured, and things that are expensive, they're insured, and things that don't even have a high rate of long-term success, those are all insured. But what isn't insured by any of those things are the things that are pure, whole, organic, holistic,
things.
right? And so that really set me aback, because I thought, wow, how could this be healthcare? Well, it kind of came full circle for me. And that is in 2013, I took a career offer to insurance. And for over 25 years, I had been searching for a holistic medicine health insurance policy. No such thing. But when I became insurance licensed, I realized I now have the skills to write the policy that I'd been searching for. Well, I did. And what I found was that the industry stonewalled me. And so I really just realized at that point that actually there's something bigger here.
Hmm.
And that's what brought me to you today.
Amazing. So through that was what inspired you to write the book.
Yes, among many other things, right? Because one of the things that I know in my own journey is that, we have our lifestyle generally from the way we were raised, right?
Right.
And so, we just have this mindless eating and that's how we were raised. So that's what we do. And so when I faced this life crisis, I realized that I needed to create a new legacy for my children. And so that's what making those living prevention. And that's why I really realized it's not about knowing what you should do, but it's about doing what you know. That's really the transformation that we all can make. And so because of all of this, there's so much confusion in the health space. Like there's so many people that tell opposite stories, right? So I've spent years searching, trying to sort it all out. And so that's the reason why I wrote this guide.
Amazing.
And I call it the Living Prevention Guide. And it's free. It's on our website at alternacare.org/guide. And anyways, it's a great takeaway. I call it kind of like the adult lookbook.
Okay.
And it's really simple, but it's very powerful in what it contains. And obviously, then the much more advanced version is going to be the Living Prevention, Not Prescription book. But it's all about the work of a nonprofit. So I started a nonprofit because of this giving mission that I'm on. And it's called AlternaCare.
Mhm.
So at AlternaCare, what we're doing is we're reinventing health. And what we're doing is sending the message that you can reinvent your health anytime you're ready to start. Some people aren't on prescriptions and they want to avoid them. Other people are, but they want to get off of them. Well, how do we do that? Well, that's what we're here to do, is support those people that see that the power to change is within us. And that's what we want to help people do.
Amazing. And where can people go to find out more information? Is
Yes,
that the
thank
website?
you. Thank you for asking.
Cool.
So that is alternacare.org. And on this
The QR code.
guide, yes, it's like QR code. Thank you. And and so that is alternacare.org/guide. And and you can see all the great work that we're doing there. So we're building a community, a membership. We've got an app. We've got a lot of great things that we're building to support people in this journey.
I love it. Well, thank you so much for sharing, and
Thank
best of
you.
luck to you.
Thank you so much for having me.
We'll be right back.